Hey YouTube, Common Collector here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a combo and test hands tutorial video. I got a couple comments on the deck profile from last week that you guys are interested in checking out some of the test hands, some of the combos. So I figured we'd do about two of like the sort of bread and butter basic combos that you're doing for the deck. And then we'll do two test hands as well. If you guys do like the video, please subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel a little bit more financially, you guys can go ahead and check out the Patreon, which is now live again, where I'm going to be doing a few more combo test hands. I'm going to be doing stuff more with like the Morphtronic deck that I profiled a few weeks ago. Going to be doing test hands of that as well on the Patreon. And possibly here on the main channel. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into the first combo. So for the first combo, what we're going to be showing off is the one card combo with new 2 and how to end up with like 4 monster negates. So we're going to be starting off with Drytron Nova. Nova specifically because the Drytron new 2, he only summons himself to the field from graveyard or hand if you have a Drytron monster already on the field. But the thing about that is that we obviously don't have that if we don't open any other Drytrons. So what we're trying to do here is we're going to go Drytron Nova, special summon himself, and then since he's special summoned, we're then able to search for any Drytron monster. So we're going to go ahead and pick up our Alpha. The next part of the combo then is just to tribute the new 2, special summon Alpha. Alpha then is going to search Ben 10. With the Ben 10 now in hand, we are going to take the new 2, special summon himself from graveyard since we control a Drytron, overlay these 2 to go into Mu Beta Fafnir. Fafnir effect then is going to pitch our Zeta to graveyard. Basically, the way that you want to look at any combo is you always want to try to get to a Ben 10 or whatever ritual monster you want at the moment. Try to get Ben 10 or Dad to your hand as fast as possible, and then your next thing that you're going to be trying to do is get to your ritual spell. Those are basically like the basis for any combo. Ritual monster and ritual spell to hand. So we're pitching Zeta to graveyard. Now Zeta is going to tribute the Ben 10. Zeta search then is going to pick up our ritual spell. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. We're going to grab the Meteonis Drytron, and then Ben 10 is going to pick up our other, our next copy of Ben 10. So this one is only going to, or no, actually, sorry, my bad. We're not going for that. We're going to leave the rest of the Ben 10s in the deck. We're now just going to be going for a Diviner of the Herald. Now all we got to do to sort of wrap up this quick combo is we're going to normal summon the Diviner. Diviner is now going to send the Herald to the grave. What we're going to do then with the Herald effect is going to pick up our Dad. So this is sort of why we broke our Ben 10 line. Usually I try to get like 2 or 3 Ben 10s off, but if you're going for this line specifically, you're going to only end up using 1, which leads more into your deck for future. But anyways, what we're going to do now with the Meteonis Drytron is we are going to go ahead and tribute off our 2 materials underneath, and then our Fafnir himself to go into our Dad. And then here's where you are able to sort of like change up your combo a little bit. Either way, the next step that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add your Meteonis Drytron back to your hand by reducing the attack of your Zeta. But here is where you have 2 different options. You can either take these 2 to go into an F.A. Dawn Dragster, which is going to leave you on the board with 2 monster negates and a spell trap negate. Or you can just take these 2 bodies, link them away into IP Masquerena, and then that is going to actually lead you to have 4 monster negates. The important thing to know, if you guys are sort of still new to the deck, is that he gets his negates by banishing Drytrons from the grave. So the important thing to note here is that you actually only have 4 Drytron names in grave. Also, just another sort of rudimentary thing is that new 2, he does have the effect that if he special summons himself from grave, he does banish himself. But since he was under the Mu Beta Fafnir, that is going to allow him to just go to the grave naturally without banishing himself. So the important thing to note is that if you are doing the IP Masquerena line, this is actually going to banish all 4 of your materials that are in grave. So that's very, very important to notice, or to note. So if your opponent tries to use 4 monster effects, you're going to banish all 4 of these, and now you're not going to have really any follow-up in the graveyard. So one really important thing to note, why I do like to sort of try to go for like the Zeta and the Diviner going into the F.A. Dawn Dragster, it does leave a few more materials in your graveyard, so you're going to end up with all 4 of these in grave. your dad is probably going to banish, let's say he's going to banish your beta and your Fafnir and your Zeta, because you don't need the ritual spell anymore. So that's just sort of like an important thing to note there. I would say that you can go full combo here if possibly you bricked a little bit, and let's say that you opened like, let's say that you opened up with specifically another copy of Drytron Nova. So like if your opening was 2 copies of Nova, then that means that you obviously couldn't have activated the second one. This means that you're going to have follow-up on your next turn to like special summon Gamma or something from the deck. So yeah, you could just summon Gamma, summon him out to the field, and then you could use whatever is left over in your grave to go for more combos, or just add like another alpha, whatever you guys want to do. That's just sort of like how I wanted to go over that first combo. That there's different lines you can do. I would sort of recommend going with the F.A. Dawn Dragster, but again, whatever you want. If you think that your opponent's not going to break through your whole board and you're not going to need the follow-up, definitely go for this strong end board here. Okay, guys, and for our next combo, we're going to be going over what is sort of like your basic, how to go full combo. This is going to be your 3 spell trap negate and 4 monster negate end board. So this is like the full combo. I'm also going to probably show you a few times in the combo how to go for like your 4/5 basic full combo. But this is going to be the 110% full combo. So there's a lot of different ways that this can kind of work out. But really you're going to be going for Alpha, Zeta, and Ben 10 in your opening, and there are just so many different ways to get this. You could open Alpha and Cyber Emergency Ben 10, or vice versa. You could go Zeta, Cyber Emergency, and whatnot. And there's just a bunch of other different stuff. Like I said, you can, and it'll sort of change up the combo a little bit. But if you open up Fafnir and or Drytron Nova and whatnot, there are just tons and tons of different ways to do this. But anyways, this is going to be like the basic combo. I've even thought a little bit of putting in like Preparation of Rites just for extra ways to search Ben 10. And this would also just change up a little bit, like if you opened up Dad instead of Ben 10 and whatnot. But we're, again, this is like a 3-card combo, so generally those aren't like super popular for combo videos because they're pretty specific, but there's a lot of ways to get into this. We're playing 3 copies of each of these cards, so I think that this is still a really cool combo to show off. So we are going to start off with Alpha pitching our Ben 10 to grave. Alpha is then going to search for our dad, and Ben 10 is going to search for another copy of herself. We're then going to use the Zeta pitching the Ben 10, and that is going to search for our Meteonis Drytron and our last copy of Ben 10. Another really important thing to note that I sort of like the reason for this combo, the reason why you're going for the specific line that I'll show you, is that this combo is Nibiru proof specifically, and also works really well around Bestials. Now, your opponent is always going to be able to Bestial you because you have Ben 10s in grave right away, but you're not really going to have other Drytrons in grave before you get to the Draconid. So that's what's really going to be really important. You're going to get 1 in grave before the Draconid hits the field, but again, this is going to be like really insulated away from Bestials banishing your Drytrons when they matter. Like you're not going to be activating a Drytron in grave to summon them, and like your opponent has a window. They're just going to be able to like summon them because they're going to banish your Ben 10, but we don't really care about that. And then again, like I said, the really important thing is that you're insulated from Nibiru. So our next part of our combo is going into the Fafnir. Fafnir is now going to pitch, almost grabbed the wrong card. We're going to pitch the Nutu to the graveyard. Very important just to get him there. We are then, before we're going to summon out the Nutu, we're going to tribute all of these guys to go into our dad. So now we are only 4 summons in, and we are already Nibiru proof, which is just insane. We're then able to special back the Nutu back to our field because we have a Drytron on the field, and then Nutu is going to search for a Drytron. We're going to pick up our Ursartron, so I thought it was really important to show off the value that this guy brings to the deck, just basically giving you an extra body and utilizing your Novas and your Fafnirs. So we are going to special him to the field since we have a Drytron on board. We're going to activate Fafnir to search for our Nova, which is just really, really cool. And then just so we don't forget, we're going to add back the Meteonis Drytron, reducing the Nutu's attack points back down. We're then going to activate our Nova to special summon the Gamma from the deck. Gamma's effect not going off yet because he wasn't summoned with his own effect, but it's really cool that we can just sort of link him away. So we're going to take these two guys and we're going to link away into our IP Masquerena. Just sort of the best tactic here, just to get Gamma in graveyard right away and to be able to just utilize this guy because he's a little awkward because he's a level 7, so he doesn't work for your XZ plays. So you really just want to use him for your IP Masquerena. So that's just like a good little tip there. Your next play then is going to be to finally pitch that last Ben 10 to get your Gamma. So that's going to pitch there. Gamma is going to special summon the Zeta from grave, and Ben 10 is going to be able to search finally for our Diviner. We can then normal summon the Diviner, pitch Herald of the Arclight, and that is going to search for our Beto Buster. Literally, like, this card is the reason why I play this version of the deck. That's another thing that I just didn't really mention in this beginning of this video, is that I think that this route is the best way to go. I'm probably going to be making a discussion video on that relatively soon on just like the 3 different ways that you can play the deck. But I think that the Beto Buster over Secret Village of the Spellcasters is way better when it comes to cards like Droplet and Dark Ruler No More and all that stuff. Just being able to negate those cards is just insane. Our next play then, we do want to utilize the new 2 again for our future plays, so we do not want to synchro away with him. So what we're going to do is we are going to synchro any other name, so we're going to just use the Zeta, and we are going to go into our F.A. Don Dragster with that Diviner. Then we are able to just take these guys to go into our Mu Beta Fafnir. So this is the reason why we definitely want to play 2 copies. This is the reason why I was playing 3, but in my opinion, what I said in my last deck profile is that if you are making this kind of an end board, your opponent's probably just not going to be breaking through it, so you just don't need that last Mu Beta for the follow-up, and you already have like all of your names in the grave, aside from Beta Rastaban and your Delta, so really you just don't need it. But anyways, we are going to go Meteonis Drytron one last time. Sorry, not the whole material anymore. We're going to get rid of the new 2 specifically, just so that he is lined up in the graveyard again. We're going to summon the Mech Musket to the field. Yeah, we'll put him in this zone. And then we are going to go for the Magic Key Unlocking search. We set the Magic Key Unlocking, and now this is where we get what I called at the beginning of the video, where we have 2 monster negates, but technically IP Masquerena plus your Dynamondo turns into a spin, and then also is going to get you another monster negate. So the effect on Dynamondo, if you guys don't know, says that if this card is special summoned, target 1 card on the field and a ritual monster in your graveyard, shuffle both into the deck. So let's say that your opponent is getting out like a Link monster that they really need, or an XZ or something like that. They haven't quite activated its effect or something. You just go ahead, link these guys into Dynamondo, spin that guy. You can actually then spin one of your Ben 10s from grave back into the deck, and then you can use his quick effect, other effect, to bring your DA Draconids back to the field. So one thing that I didn't even really say is that, like I said, we have 4 monster negates, 3 spell trap negates, but we actually have a extra spin, and then we have destruction protection on him, and then also let's not forget, or wait, no, sorry, destruction protection on Dynamondo. And then one last thing just to sort of note on this is the fact that Drytron Fafnir, once per turn, when your opponent normal or special summons a monster while you have a Drytron on the field, you can then reduce that monster's level by 1,000 or by 1 level per 1,000 of its current attack. Which is actually like a really discreetly simple effect. So I have used this a few times. I used this at locals a few weeks ago on my buddy Cole, who was playing Goblin Bikers. I think I maybe even said this in a profile, but he was playing Goblin Bikers, summoned out a guy. I changed it to be a level 2 monster, and then he just wasn't able to XZ summon and pop off because the Drytron Fafnir just reduced the guy's level. So this is how you get into a 4 monster negate, 3 spell trap negate with like protection against Dark Ruler No More specifically and stuff, because you're going to be able to, you're not responding with a monster effect, you're going to be responding with a trap card. So just really insane. So 3 spell trap negates, again, you get a spin, and then you also get some level disruption. So that is going to be our full combo tutorial there. All right, guys, so hopefully you found this informative. We're going to do at least one test hand here really quickly. I'll just do a little bit of a shuffle here, and we'll see what sort of hand we can pull out here for the old Drytron. So let's see our full, oh boy, okay, that's already looking, wow, that's already looking amazing. Oh my God, okay. You guys just saw I was shuffling. This is genuinely the first try that I'm showing you. But here we already have the combo that I just showed. Like I said, you just go Cyber Angel, Ben 10. Oh my, okay, never mind. I was gonna say Search Alpha. And, oh my God, okay. This is the most insane hand that you could have. This is gonna result in you basically being able to search for, so like this might look like, oh no, but we don't have any, like, we didn't draw a droplet or anything to like get extra disruption on our opponent. But this hand specifically means that you're going to be able to Cyber Emergency for Delta, and then being able to get that Delta search. This is actually literally all of the names in your deck, because like I said in the last combo, we didn't have access to specifically Beta Rastaban and Delta, but you could literally just, if you want to keep your full combo line, or no, actually this would be different because we are going to use Nova. We need the Nova in the previous combo. So we're probably not going to get to all the names, but we can still Cyber Emergency and then search for Delta, and then that is actually just going to result in us getting an extra draw, which is insane. So that's actually really, really cool. And then like Delta could draw into the Rastaban, or he could draw you into a Droplet, Imperm, whatever else like would like feel really, really good. You could even theoretically draw into like your instant fusion and then be able to like be insulated from other stuff. But okay, we're not even going to use this because you guys already saw the full combo a second ago. So we're going to keep this all in one take here. We're going to see what else we can get here. That was insane. That was really great. It was cool. Like all 3 cards in a row were full combo, and then just had the alpha even as the cherry on top. So that was really good. Showing off that consistency, like super duper good. We didn't pile shuffle, but I mean, okay. All right. So we got the Beto Buster. This was actually one thing I wanted to talk about a little bit. The Beto Buster, you open him and he's going to look like a brick right away, but really the only genuine brick in the deck is the counter trap that he searches, the unlocking. So really, drawing the unlocking kind of sucks, but drawing Beto Buster really isn't a big deal, because in your 3-card full combo, you want your Alpha, Zeta, and a Ritual. Cyber Angel Ben 10 is going to get you full combo off of those 3 cards. But yeah, so like still, this is like a decent looking hand. We have Gamma, we do have Ben 10, so that really makes this hand looking better. And Cyber Emergency, that was the card that I was looking for. And we got sort of another brick here, like a pseudo brick in the Draconid. So we can still definitely cook with this hand. I think this is going to be a really, really good one to show off. So the reason why I said that you want to open up a Ritual in your opening hand besides the Draconid specifically, because you have only 2 searches for Ritual monsters in your deck. So in your full combo, you need, like if you go full combo like I showed you a minute ago, you're going to be utilizing 3 different Rituals. You need Ben 10, you need Dad, and you need the Beto Buster. So you want to open one of those 3 because you only get 2 searches. So you use 3 Rituals, you only get 2 searches, which means that you need to open one of them. So since we opened Beto Buster, we're perfectly fine. We're actually even better because we have the Ben 10. So here we're going to go Cyber Emergency. And with that emergency, since we already have so many Rituals, we don't really need to go for Alpha. I'm going to say, and this could be incorrect, but I'm going to say we go for Zeta, just sort of thinking on my feet here. So with the Zeta then, we are going to go ahead and pitch the Ben 10. Wait a second, just trying to think. We might even, do we want to pitch the Gamma, pitch Zeta, Gamma, pitch Zeta, summon the Zeta? I think that actually might be the play. So we're going to save Ben 10 here for a quick second. We're going to go Gamma, pitch Zeta, and then Gamma is just going to allow us to summon Zeta right back. So we're not going to get that Ritual search quite yet. But we are going to overlay these guys into, oh, no. That's not, we don't want to do that because the Zeta is actually going to be required to get to our Ritual spell. So we're going to take that back, just sort of live editing here while we're going. So since we don't need the Alpha right away, maybe we'll just take Alpha. I think that that would be all right. So we are going to, again, Gamma, summon himself, pitch Alpha, summon the Alpha back, overlay these guys going into the Mu Beta Fafnir. Fafnir then is going to pitch us our new 2. Again, I just don't understand why some people want to cut this card. I think that sometimes it's really easy to just pitch it to the grave for like Fafnir and stuff. So that's why you could argue to like play this card at 2, but I just still love this so much. So we're gonna pitch the new 2, special the new 2 back, use new 2 to be able to search for our Zeta. We're then picking him up. And that means, and new 2 already summoned himself from grave. We're then going to summon Zeta, pitching the Ben 10, and then that is going to allow us, oh boy, now I'm even thinking maybe I should have, instead of Alpha, oh boy, yeah, it was a little awkward because we specifically drew Gamma, but we're going to go Zeta. Zeta is going to search for our ritual spell. Let's see here. Right there, we're going to go for the ritual spell. And then Ben 10 is going to be picking up probably actually just a copy of... Let's change this up and we're going to go for a Diviner search. So we're going to summon out the Diviner. Diviner, send our Herald of the Arclight to grave. Oops, sorry, having a little bit of issue there. That is going to search us for our Dad. So luckily we can at least get into the full Dad combo. I'm even thinking again, sorry guys, I know that this looks a little bit awkward since I'm doing this again. We're actually going to swap out the Alpha. I just want to show you guys optimally what's best. I actually think that going for Delta over Alpha here is better underneath this Mu Beta because we already just had so many rituals. He's just not needed. We can obviously draw him and then try to get back into our Ben 10 engine. But I think that Delta actually offers us a little bit more, and it'll show you sort of like the R&D side of how this combo can go. Obviously, you can't do this in a tournament where you're taking stuff back, but I'm just sort of trying to show you guys as we go what is going to be the most optimal. So we're going to go for the Meteonis Drytron. We're going to get rid of these guys to go into the Dad. So honestly, we already have Dad on the field with that awkward looking hand at the beginning, so we're still doing okay. We're going to reduce Zeta's attack to be able to go get the Meteonis Drytron back to our hand. We now have Delta engraved, so that's obviously really, really good. We can then go ahead and let's take these guys, put them to the grave, and we are going to go on into our F.A. Dawn Dragster. We can then go for our Delta play, so we're going to take Delta, pitching the Beto Buster specifically. Actually, no. I'm thinking. We actually probably want to put the, pitch the Draconids to the graveyard for a specific reason. I'll try to go over that at the end. And then Delta special summon himself. We're going to reveal our ritual spell that our opponent knows about. And we'll give the deck a quick shuffle because I'm not sure if I stacked that Alpha on the top or not. So a quick little shuffle here. And we're going to draw our top card, which is, okay, going to be a Drytron Fafnir. And we did not use Nova in this combo. So that, again, just sort of shows a little bit of the RNG power of Delta. Because we are playing so many names. Like, I don't want to, like, call that even too much of luck, but we play so many names that it just works out. That you're going to draw a Drytron Fafnir, or we could have drawn the Ursartron to get into Fafnir, or we could have just drawn Nova. So, like, we have probably a 30-ish card deck at this point, and we have 6 different ways to get to Nova, so it's not unlikely that we drew into that with the Delta. So next thing that we want to do, let's just go for Drytron Nova, and we are going to summon out our Alpha. Alpha is going to be able to turn back on our ritual line, which is pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we will take these 2. Oh boy. So I really want to try to utilize new 2. So we basically have 2 more monsters that we're trying to summon. The thing is that if we go for anything besides Mu Beta Fafnir with new 2, he's going to get banished, but I don't think that that's that big of an issue. Actually, wait, no, because we have an extra body because of Nova. Because Nova, we haven't actually properly summoned Alpha yet, so I'm overthinking it. We're going to take these 2 guys, go into IP Masquerena, and then with that, we are going to be able to, we are going to go for Alpha, pitching the Beto Buster to summon himself. And then that is going to allow us to search for our Ben 10 again. We don't need the Ben 10 for this combo part anymore because we don't have any more live names in the graveyard. But specifically, like now, we do have Ben 10 back in hand for our next one, for our next turn, and we have another Ben 10 even yet in deck, which is just insane. So our next thing that we can do is we can take these two guys to go into our next Mu Beta Fafnir, which is really cool. And then we're going to use the Meteonis Drytron, being able to summon our Beto Buster from Grave. We're going to detach that new 2 off of there, summon out the Beto Buster. We'll put it under this zone so it's safe under the IP Masquerena. And then Beto Buster is going to search for our guy. So luckily we drew that Fafnir off the top, and we actually went full combo again. This is just insane. And we actually ended up better than the last time because we have a Ben 10 in hand for follow-up. We don't have a third copy of Fafnir, so we kind of want him to stick, but even if he doesn't, we just have so many names. We have Gamma in graveyard that we can get back into more bodies. The reason that I specifically wanted to make sure that I got him into the grave, I said that I would mention this. The reason why I said in the combo that I really wanted to make sure that I got the Draconids into the grave specifically was for the fact that with our Dynamondo, we're actually able to, when we link into this guy, he's able to, when he's special summoned, you target one of your opponent's or one card on the field and one ritual monster in your graveyard and shuffle both into the deck. So it's really important, actually, if you want the follow-up, to be able to just spin this guy back, put him back into the top of the deck, and then that means that your dad, when he comes back to the field, he does have the effect that, oh, I guess technically he does have to have been ritual summoned, but, okay, well, never mind. In the future, though, like, let's say that in our next turn, we still, we get him back onto the field, we ritual summon him again or something, and then if this ritual summon card on the field is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can then ritual summon another ritual monster with 4,000 attack from your hand or deck. So just being able to shuffle him back into the deck is actually pretty important. So it's kind of cool. Gives you a little bit of potential follow-up if your opponent is breaking your board. But anyways, guys, I think that that's going to do it for the combo tutorial. This was insane that we were able to go full combo, actually even just on the test hand. And the test hand looked pretty awkward at first. We definitely obviously got lucky with the Fafnir, but, you know, RNGesus was on our side. So, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know down in the comment section below if you guys enjoy this build, if you guys like the combo tutorial, if you guys have questions on like why there's certain ratios or certain cards in the deck. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for this one. Please subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Check out the Patreon if you guys want to see more combo tutorials, test hands, and just be able to interact. And you guys can always give me suggestions if there's more content that you guys want on the Patreon as well. So we will see you guys for the next one. Peace.